people not having their rights and who shouldn't, the man who murdered Jacqueline Avant has been sentenced to 3 life sentences in prison after pleading guilty. Now in December, Ariel Maynor broke into Jacqueline and her husband Clarence Avant's home and shot Jacqueline, who was home alone. Tragic story that rocked Hollywood. What are your thoughts on this news? He got 3 life sentences.
His ass should rot in prison. He should rot, and then they should leave his body there and let the maggots get it and put it on rotten.com.
Al?
Yeah, Claudia, we're very familiar with this family. What an incredible woman. What an incredible husband. What an unfortunate event. I think the most unfortunate thing about this is when we uncovered during the hearing all of the crimes that this young man committed, and at no point should he have been out of jail in order to commit this one. So City of Los Angeles, criminal court system as it relates to this young man, you guys need to do better, because had you done what you were supposed to do, he had like 20 other charges where he should have been in prison for like the last 10 years, but was out. That woman, that incredible woman and that incredible family would not be going through what they're going through right now with the loss of their mother.
Can we talk about how cavalier people are now? I mean, I know we've always had crime, but I don't know if there's been a shift, but I just feel like things have just been, the gasoline has been poured on the fire.
Right.
You're going to people's homes now.
This weekend, I was at the Carroll City picnic. It was a picnic. They had all the classes from the 70s to the current. It started at 11, was supposed to end at 6. We had an amazing time. Trina's getting ready to go on stage at 4:30. Gunshots just rung out. People running everywhere, babies getting trampled over. By the time we get to the car and get to where we're going, we find out that 2 people have been shot. 1 person's been airlifted, so on and so forth. And to your point, Claudia, about people being cavalier, why? Like, why you just come somewhere and just spray up the damn place? Why?
I think I saw a story about a little boy, a kid, a 9-year-old shot in the back of the head, fighting for his life. I mean, this is just like running rampant in this country that has more guns than people. And then what's the answer? Do we all need to have them? You know what I mean? To protect, but no, because I think a lot of people with men that are just too emotional, have low EQ, are getting them. And I don't get why people just want to, just like you said, just go spray up a place.
Like, is it, a lot of supernatural and spiritual and spirit stuff I don't like to play in, because I'm definitely a man of science. But do you think that it's just something evil that has been released into the universe, and that's why we can't explain this phenomenon? Or is it something systematic that we can quantify and correct?
I think it's a combination of a whole lot of things, Q. I think you saw this country has gone through so much, and as people of color and African Americans and Black Americans, we have been through so much these last 3 to 4 years. We've been through a movement, Black Lives Matter movement. We've come through a virus that took out 20% of our population, killing more African Americans more than any other population. We've gone through a lot, and our processing may not be the same, and how we let that energy out, or as well as how we manage it, is just coming out a little bit more violently. I don't know, but I think that these movements that we have had, especially dealing with sickness, being confined to your homes, going through and watching racism unfold in America, understanding that you can't hide it any longer, all that frustration, all that anger is just manifesting in depths, and we're tired of it. And our answer isn't taking it anymore, we're giving it, and that's what we're witnessing.
How about saying, I also, and to piggyback on what you said, Al, I think it's like the perfect storm. Yeah. We had a lot of, like, I felt like we were in a feel-good place during the Barack Obama years. We had a Black family in the White House. People were kumbaya, and maybe people were kind of downplaying their racism, but I didn't feel it as much. Then we got Trump that lit a match to everything, and just this animosity with us versus them. Then the pandemic hit. Then there was a financial with upheaval in this country. The scammers came up. Now they're getting arrested. It's just a whole bunch of things that came into play at the same time. A virus. We all know someone that we lost to the virus. And then we have all kinds of messages and games and, murder, kill, and life is really not really that valuable. And I just feel like these constant images we're watching of people getting killed, we're getting desensitized. And I think we just don't have the value in life that we used to have. No one really cares.
And no then also listen, the content that's being produced on television, it says that fighting is the way. So, there's a lot of things going on, programming, managing, processing. There's a lot of feelings that a lot of African Americans and people of color can have. And it's just teaching them a better way to manage it is probably what we're going to have to do in the couple of years to follow.
And you know what, really quickly, before we cut the commercial, Claudia, this is something that I would love to see you, Claudia, or anybody on Fox Soul facilitate. There's a conversation that has to be had with the music industry now, right? Yeah. I'm born in 83. I was a product of the gangster rap era when Al Sharpton and everybody was saying, NWA and all this, we shouldn't be listening because it's poisoning the minds of our kids. I can honestly say gangster rap did not poison my mind because I had a mama that had beat my ass, right? I knew the difference. Right. But now we are at a point, y'all, where I feel like a hypocrite because I am of the belief that this music is poisoning these kids' minds.
Oh, for sure.
You know what? I think we should have more conversations about this because how you can buy, I know we're way over, we have to go to break. You can buy these devices that play peaceful things or positive affirmations and they subliminally get into your mind. How the hell do you think music doesn't do that as well? There's tons of messages in music. Do drugs, killer, F that B.
I asked somebody, Future got a song called Molly Percocet. And I said, do y'all honestly think this Negro going to the hot ass club night after night, doing a Molly, a Percocet, double cupping, drinking, going home hunching like a rabbit, his heart would have exploded. But yet y'all dumbass going and doing it. So there's a conversation that we need to have.
I heard he doesn't even do it. He just makes the songs.
I'm sure. Yeah. Who does?
So I'm gonna have to be on some Molly Percocet when I get cussed out. I gotta go to commercial, y'all. Great conversation. I like that we can sometimes take a deeper dive into some things that don't have to do with just celebrity news. So I really enjoyed this. So good job, fellas.